Now let's talk about the unholy alliance that makes all of this possible. The collaboration between Marxist, leftist, and political Islam against Western civilization. This is called the Red-Green Alliance. I've talked about it before. Red for Marxism, green for Islam. Two ideologies that should be natural enemies, working together because they share a common target. The capitalist, Christian, liberal, democratic West. On paper, this alliance makes zero sense. Marxism is explicitly atheistic. It views religion as the opiate of the masses that must be eliminated. Islam is fundamentally theocratic. It demands submission to Allah and implementation of religious law. Marxists support women's equality, LGBT rights, sexual liberation. Islam enforces patriarchy, prescribes death for homosexuality, regulates sexual behavior through religious law. These ideologies are completely incompatible. In a pure Marxist society, Islam would be suppressed. In a pure Islamic society, Marxists would be executed. But they found common ground in their shared hatred of Western civilization. Both view the West as the primary obstacle to their goals. Both want to dismantle capitalism, Christianity, and individual liberty. Both are willing to work together to achieve that dismantling, even though they plan to turn on each other once the West falls. We have historical precedent for this. The Iranian Revolution of 1979 saw Marxists and Islamists collaborate to overthrow the Shah. The revolution succeeded. And then the Islamists systematically hunted down and executed their former Marxist allies. The useful idiots discovered they'd been used. But Western Marxists haven't learned this lesson. They're making the same mistake again, thinking they can use Islam as a weapon against Western civilization without becoming victims themselves. Let me explain how this alliance functions in practice. Marxists control academia, media, and major cultural institutions in the West. They use this control to promote narratives that delegitimize Western civilization and normalize Islam. They teach that Western colonialism and capitalism are the source of all problems in the Middle East, ignoring the role of Islamic conquest and the failures of Islamic governance. They present Islam as the victim of Western aggression, ignoring 1,400 years of Islamic conquest and expansion. They frame any criticism of Islam as Islamophobia and racism, making it socially unacceptable to examine Islamic doctrine or practices honestly. They promote mass immigration from Muslim countries as a moral imperative, framing opposition as bigotry. All of this serves Marxist goals of undermining Western capitalism and Christianity, but it also serves Islamic goals of expanding Muslim populations and influence in the West.